Hello, everybody. Sean Bossman here, the boss of pro wrestling, and you're listening to Cincy Wrestling's podcast. I'm just a guest, but I want to introduce you to the host. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Zach Smith. Take it away, Zach.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the official Cincy Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Zach Smith, and we have a lot of stuff to discuss today, boss man.
All right, just feed it to me. Let me know what you want to know, and I've got the answers for you.
We need to discuss ticket prices first.
Well, first of all, let me tell you about ticket prices. First, second, and third row are completely sold out. But due to popular demand, we did add a fourth row. Those are $10. General admission is also $10, but that fourth row is going quickly. General admission, we still have plenty left, but you'll want to reserve those. Make sure that you are going to be there because we have so many stars who everyone is going to want to see.
And it's crazy because everybody that comes to this event will receive a poster, an official Cincy Wrestling poster.
Absolutely, and those are going to be perfect for autographs. You can have the stars autograph under their own picture, or have them autograph on the back and collect even more of them. They're going to be perfect, and they're going to be free for everybody. So that's something to look forward to right from the beginning.
And you can do that at 5 p.m. for the official Cincy Wrestling meet and greet.
Absolutely.
And this event will be held at the Western Hills Sports Mall, 2323 Ferguson Road, Cincinnati, Ohio.
I've been there for a few wrestling events myself. Let me tell you, it is perfect for professional wrestling. It has a great setup. It has a great place to get plenty of food, plenty of drink, plenty of everything you want, and you're going to sit there and enjoy so much professional wrestling. The atmosphere is perfect. Western Hills Sports Mall and Event Center is the perfect place, and I'm so glad we're debuting there.
Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, boss man. Let's talk about the action that we will see at Cincy Wrestling. Welcome to the Nasty Natty.
Well, the action, that's what it is all about, and there are so many stars. Let me talk about a few of the stars here. We've got former Intercontinental Champion Cool Carlito Colon. He's going to be there. We've got former WCW superstar and NWO member Buff Bagwell will also be there. We've got the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm. He's going to be there, and I understand that local favorite and his tag team partner in America's Most Wanted, Chris Harris, Wildcat himself, will also be there. We've got another former TNA World Champion, Austin Aries, who's going to be there. James J. Dillon, legendary manager of the Four Horsemen, will be there. The living legend himself is going to call the action right next to me in the broadcast booth. That is a huge honor for me. And you know, when he's talking, he's going to shoot from the hip. He's going to say anything. And when he says it, you can take it to the bank. I mean, and that's just a few of the names who are going to be there.
Let's talk about the scramble match. You have Zay Washington versus Savion Truitt versus Miles Hendricks versus JDX versus MM3 versus Unseen Perez versus Justin Dream. What a matchup that is going to be, boss man.
That is a lot of contrasting styles in that match. Whose style is going to come out onto, I don't know. That is a big question. I got to say, me personally, if I had to pick a favorite, I would pick the guy who was most recently seen on WWE. That would be Savion. I've seen a lot of his work. I've traveled with him a few times. I got to say, I don't want to cheer for anybody, but my gut feeling just says, got to go with Savion on that one.
Let's talk about Sean Casey and Buff Bagwell as a special attraction.
I can't wait to see what they're going to do. I mean, they knew each other, worked together well in WCW. Of course, Sean Casey, a local favorite, a member of Five Most Wanted. And what he and Buff Bagwell have planned, I have no idea. That's something I'm looking forward to as a fan, like everybody else, to see what they're going to come up with.
A match that was made to happen. Lucky Ali versus Gregory Iron.
Wow, like you say, a match that was made to happen. I mean, that's probably going to be a match that keeps the fans on the edge of their seat. You don't need any gimmicks. You don't need any um, stipulations. I mean, those two are just going to have a match that's going to keep the fans cheering, keep the fans yelling all the way from bell to bell, beginning to end. I mean, that is going to be an incredible match, no doubt.
Now, boss man, a match that I am really looking forward to. These two have wrestled state to state in Ohio and everywhere. Aaron Williams versus Born to Die, Jake Christ.
Wow, you like you've said, they have wrestled a lot. They know each other so well. I've I've been ring announcing a few times when they've wrestled. I haven't had a chance to commentate yet. This is a chance for me to speak. What my thoughts, what I'm expecting to come out of that. And but the big surprise, like I said, they know each other so well. They know what's coming. Also, they got to think 3, 4, 5 moves ahead
They do for
because
sure.
when they're ready to counter one move, you've got another one coming. And it's that those are the kind of matches you've got to use great psychology because your opponent knows you just as well as you know them.
Next up, we have Carlito taking on Mustang Mike.
Uh, no offense there, but Carlito Colon, he's not only does he come from the great Colon family, but former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion. I mean, you got to give the advantage to the veteran on that one.
2 out of 3 falls. KC Navarro making his Cincy Wrestling, aka Cincinnati Wrestling debut versus JTG.
2 out of 3 fall. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a 2 out of 3 falls match. It has been a while. I mean, way back in the day, before my time, I will say. Those were the norm. You can go but watch old stuff, and it's always 2 out of 3 falls. 2 out of 3 falls. That's what people were expecting, prepared for. How do you prepare for 2 out of 3 falls in today's world? That is going to be awesome. I mean, how much energy do you save? If you save too much energy, then your opponent is going to just take you out early in the match. If you go all out at the beginning, you're going to be worn out and tired later, and you're going to be ripe for the pickings. That's I've never I didn't wrestle very long, but when I did, I never had to wrestle a 2 out of 3 falls match. I wouldn't know how to prepare for that.
These two are going to tear each other up.
No doubt about it.
Let's get to one of your main event matches. Tag team titles on the line. Cincy Wrestling tag team titles. You have the Harrisons taking on the Crown versus the Brotherhood in a triple threat tag team match.
Wow, three great teams there. All of them have have shown their dominance. They've shown what they can do. But right now, the team that is on a streak, a winning streak everywhere they go, the crowd, you can hear the jaws hit the floor. That's the Crown. I mean, they are on such a winning streak, such a streak of dominance, and they wow everybody wherever they go. I got to go with the Crown on that one.
100% boss man. Now, your main event of the evening, Fatal 4-Way for the Cincy Wrestling World Championship. You have Ace Romero versus James Storm versus Austin Aries versus Scott Hall's son, Cody Hall.
Wow, I've been thinking about that one a lot. I mean, that one could go so many different ways. I mean, a fatal 4-way is tough enough because you only have your eyes in front of you. You can't look in all directions at once, but somehow you've got to see in all directions at once. And you've got 4 guys, the caliber of them. And I can only think of a few advantages. And one of them, Austin Aries, has shown he will do anything to win, anything underhanded. You remember the time when he stole the suicide outfit and snuck into the ring, won the X Division title, came up with option C, ended up TNA World Champion. I mean, the guy is clever as can be, will go any tactic. Then you've got James Storm, another former TNA World Champion, and he's going to have his lifelong friend, Wildcat Chris Harris, watching his back there. I mean, that's obviously a psychological advantage he's going to have with that one. Ace Romero has the sheer size. I mean, he's going to be a tough guy to move around in that ring. I mean, he's the immovable object there. And then you've got Cody Hall, whose father just passed away. You know, he's gonna have that drive to do something for his dad or what. I mean, every one of these guys have something to give them that advantage. But what's really going to do it? I got to say, having your friend, your tag team partner, as James Storm does. He's got Wildcat Chris Harris, and that's going to give him the advantage. And I think that is going to put him over the top and make him the first Cincinnati heavyweight wrestling champion.
There are so many matches, boss man, and the card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be there to call the action on each and every match. And I know it's going to keep me on the edge of my seat. And I'm behind the microphone. I can only imagine how excited the fans are going to be as they get to scream at the top of their lungs for their favorites or jeer the heck out of those who they can't stand.
And like you said, Bossman, earlier about ticket prices, $10 a piece. You can't. It's crazy.
With this lineup, you can't beat that. Absolutely not.
Well, Bossman,
So
I think
fans,
we covered it.
yeah. So I just want to say, at that price, with that kind of a lineup, fans, you don't want to miss it. Make sure you go to CincyWrestling.com. Reserve those tickets. Make sure that you are there. Tell your friends about it. Bring your family, because May 27th is the date you're going to want to see the first ever event by Cincy Wrestling.
Welcome to the Nasty Natty.
Thank you so very much. Welcome to you as well.
Thank you. Thank you.